Hey, it's me, and Chat, and today I'm reviewing a game I just played, did a full playthrough for, called Freedom Fighters. Now, what is Freedom Fighters about exactly? Well, it's where you play as, hold on.
Garbage disposal. Dude, I can't.
Where you play as this guy, Christopher Stone, and this is his brother Troy Stone. We're going to focus on Christopher Stone since he plays him. Anyways, Christopher Stone is a plumber. Okay, well, how about this? Freedom Fighters is a game where you play as Christopher Stone and you recruit freedom fighters to fight the Soviets. You see, here's a little background for the game. The Soviet Union. Okay, well, Freedom Fighters takes place in an alternate universe, well, history, where the Soviets did the atomic bomb droppings on Berlin, Germany, totally obliterating the Nazis, and someplace in Japan. Let's look at the wiki. Single player. Okay, what's the story? Japanese city of Sapporo. Yeah. Okay, so Soviet Union dropped the atomic bombs, and you comb through this you know wiki of the game, and it shows you the Soviet Union uh, is all powerful. The Soviet Union took over nearly the entire world in the games universe, except for the U.S. and Canada. It's way more powerful than it was back then in real life. And the game takes place in 2003, which was, the game takes place in current day, what was current day 2003, including when the game was made, which was 2003. It takes place in the year it's made. It's all modern, up to date, and all that. So, anyways, freedom fighters. The Soviet Union invades New York one day. They take over. Invades America one day. Sorry, I'm bad at this review thing. It's like my first game review. So, Soviet Union invades the U.S. Starting with New York, or at least that's part of the game. Part of the invasion you play as, and exclusively, is New York. So you play exclusively in New York, in that part where Soviet invasion takes place, and you go from a plumber, this kind of occupation.
You're so in denial. Look, try listening to those warning against Reds guys. Speaking of which, how about this first stop? I'd really like to check out the plumbing on that Isabella chick.
Yeah, okay, Isabella, she's a person that was speaking against the Soviets' growing takeover and influence. This is their apartment room. This is her apartment room. And yeah, you're not allowed to just go in as workers to someone's place if they're not home. If they're not home, just don't come in. But, they go in because the game or because the plot demands it so.
Hello? Plumber's on patrol. Anybody home? Yeah. Whew. No wonder. Sister Sludge sure needs a trained surgeon here.
There is one here! Freeze! Don't move, remain calm, citizen!
Whoa, hey, stay cool, man. I'm just the plumber.
Where is your girlfriend, citizen?
Girlfriend? Hey, she's not me.
Wow, that's quite a slap.
I will ask again. Where is Isabella Angelina?
What, her? Look, she's not...
Well, Isabella cannot be far from here. Bomb the place to pieces!
I want to see a lawyer, buddy.
A lawyer in the Soviet Union? Yeah, not happening. Okay, so this is Christopher Stone, and he's hiding from those bastards that just kidnapped his brother Troy Stone. And the Soviet Union's wreaking havoc on New York, if I could fucking talk. Manhattan Invasion. Okay, that's the name of the first part of the game you're in. Okay.
What? You're not supposed to be. Oh!
Okay. Yeah, you start off running because a helicopter shoots at you if you don't move out the way. So
What? You're not supposed to be. Oh!
you beat the shit out of that guy who had nothing but a baton.
It is fortunate that you found me. Quickly, this way.
And then you go with Mr. Jones, that guy, you know, and then you
Any more? We must
do all this
linger
fighting.
here.
Get your hands off me, you stinking dummy! No! Save yourself!
Yeah. So, you know, you
You're not
work
as
your
well
way,
supplied as the enemy. So we'll
blow up barrels and stuff,
have to
blow up bad
improvise.
guys.
Aim at the fuel barrels rather than the soldiers.
Okay, check this out. Boom! Explosion. Low in health now. But you take one of these med kits, it looks there's an invisible barrier if you don't heal yourself. I didn't notice that back then when I first played this game, when I was a kid.
Good! You are ready for battle again. We're not out of the woods yet. It's us or them.
So, yeah, you run around in New York, it's chaotic, there's all these fucking Soviet Union attacks going on. And then you go up here, and then you heal this guy.
Take this.
Yo, that was close. I guess I owe you one now.
What's our status?
Okay, come with me.
And you get something called Charisma, which okay, this is the Charisma bar. This is a slot for recruiting a freedom fighter. This isn't exactly a freedom fighter, this is an ally, Phil Bagston, but, you know, he's not exactly someone you officially recruit and order around, he's just kind of tags along with you in this part of the game. So, you earn Charisma by doing things like helping him, you know, like healing wounded civilians, doing missions, doing sub-objectives, and this bar fills up, and each time it fills up you earn another slot to recruit a freedom fighter. And this is your health bar, and this is your gun, your weapon, and this is the current ammo and reserve ammo, current magazine, you know, your basic
Guys,
shooter.
I've got supplies that'll get us out of this mess.
Okay, or just skip ahead a bit.
Grab a Molotov. Let's show the Reds.
And to get him to open the door, you have to select the Molotov cocktails you just picked up. See, now he's gonna open the door.
Throw those babies.
Okay, so I usually just shoot. I used to just shoot these guys when I first played the game, like, and beat it 5 times. But I'm actually gonna use the Molotovs this time. Yeah, so they're kind of fun, but kind of tedious. So. So yeah, they burn.
Oh yeah, baby. Steve Reich, and he's out.
Okay, that was kind of funny. But, you know, here's what you do in the game. You fight. Okay, well, the first mission's kind of just a tutorial. Look, if I could just get my shit together and organize.
This
Let me
is
tell
our
you this.
base.
This is the base. Yeah, this is our base. This is where. This is a base in the sewers for the freedom fighters. You know, the resistance movement. This is where you go. This is where you go when you're not on a mission, but are like planning a mission. And this is your map you look at, or one of the maps you look at to start the mission, to start the missions. And, you know, if I forward a bit.
It's a safe zone.
Okay, well, actually, it's
Restore
the next part.
with complete control of...
Okay, I forward a bit, and I go back here. Okay, if I could just get my shit together for this review. Yeah, I'm not good at
your
reviews.
flag to signal a release.
Okay, so you see, you look at your mission objectives. You know, you can
Police
scroll
station.
through with the direct D-pad, the left and right D-pad.
And liberate...
This is the map. When you select a location, okay, let me go further back a bit. These are your locations. Once you select one to
It's a safe
examine,
zone. Restore quickly here.
whoever
With complete
is
control
like
of the...
you're talking to, will start reading the mission
Secure the
objectives,
police station and liberate our leader,
which
Isabel.
are on this page.
Raise your flag to signal release.
And then you go back
Police
to
officers will assist you,
this
but they need
page
your
with
help
the
taking out
current
snipers
place
over nearby gas.
selected. And then you select it, and then you start doing the damn mission. Okay, so the first part of the game, you're gonna be fighting alone pretty much. Okay, so yeah, you fight alone. You meet these guys, these cops.
Go to the gas station.
They
That's where you need to blow the
down
fuel
a
tank.
Soviet
Just
truck
go through the
transporting
sewer you
C4,
came
and
from.
you pick up some C4.
That's where you.
Yeah, they're snipers you have to kill.
Please help. We're
On
pinned
the upper
down
left
here.
of these officers.
Hey,
I
listen,
just
buddy.
picked up a charge,
Grab
you can
some
see.
explosives and.
What you're supposed to do is you down. Okay, see, here's something I should explain. In Freedom Fighters, you not only have missions, and on those missions you're supposed to fight through the Soviet Union soldiers to raise the flag, to change the Soviet flag to the American flag. Not only do you do that, you have sub-objectives where you blow stuff up that helps the Soviet Union be more dangerous towards you. Like, you see, those cops are pinned down by some snipers, and the snipers are by a gas tank, which you have to blow up with the C4. That's on another mission location. So in the game, you have the missions are interconnected. Doing one sub-objective affects the other. For example, going to the other location in the mission after I get the C4, which is the post office. Yeah, hold on. The post.
The post office is a Soviet stronghold.
Okay, see, yeah, this is the
It
post
is used
office.
as a supply depot to It is used as a supply depot to support. The post office is
this
a
is where you
Soviet
blow up the
stronghold.
gas station. Right now, you're at the police station location. Well, the police station map, so to speak. You're right here, but you gotta do something over here to finish up what you have over here. You see, here's how the game kind of works. As I explained, the missions are interconnected, so you, doing one thing, one sub-objective affects the other. The sub-objective in this mission, in this case, is to blow up a gas tank, to blow up snipers, to be able to go to the police station, to raise the flag, and then you do the remaining missions. Like, I'm sorry guys, I'm really bad at this. Okay, you gotta raise a flag at both these places. There are snipers that will kill you if you try to go past them in this place. So you gotta blow up a gas tank at this place so you can get by the now dead snipers at this place to raise the flag, to then rescue, and you also gotta rescue Isabel and Angelina to go to this place to allow her to open the door to the freedom fighters to recruit them to rescue your brother, and then you raise the flag at this place too. So in the game, you'll find yourself doing missions partially at first, like completing sub-objectives before you start completing missions completely. Like, you'll go to one place, complete a sub-objective, and then you'll go to one place, do something you need to do to set up for the sub-objective, which in this case is get some C4 to blow up the gas tank. You go over to the other place to do that sub-objective, which in this case is to blow up the snipers, and then you'll finally go back to the previous place to finish that up, and then you'll finish up the other place you went to complete the sub-objective. You do a lot of backtracking in this game between missions, partially complete them, so you can fully complete them. Like, here, let me show you, okay? You got the C4 from here, right? And you need to blow up the snipers on here, right? Okay, well, let me show you
The
how that
post office
looks.
is a Soviet stronghold.
And this is a sub-objective. The star is the main objective, raise the flag, to replace the Soviet flag with the American flag. And you go to the gas station, and then you blow these up. This is a demolition mission. Okay.
It is used as a supply depot to the gas station.
And Yeah, so this is what it looks like. Start off with just a wrench and then a pistol in the game, and then we go a little further and see, hold on, okay, there are some assault rifles. I'm gonna kill him with my pistol, since that's the only gun I have. And now, I'm gonna pick up their assault rifle, so now I got a nice assault rifle now. Okay, so what about those snipers? Well, here we go. Okay, we placed some C4. I'm playing this game on my PC, but it's technically the PS2 version, so I'm using an emulator to play it. Okay, so you place C4 at the target, and you don't have to hold down the button to do it. You just press it and he starts doing it. Though, if you are being attacked, you can move Christopher with the left analog stick to get him out of harm's way, but then you'll have to restart the deployment to C4 sometime, so yeah. So once this bar fills up, the C4 starts counting down. And then you have to run away from it so you don't totally blow yourself up. Okay, so snipers suck, right? Well, now they're dead. And yeah, I didn't really... Okay, there you are. And then you get to see him fall down. Sorry, my frame rate kind of went down. Okay, so right now, you're just fighting for yourself, fighting by yourself pretty much. Now we gotta go to the police station to rescue Isabella. Okay, that's a wounded civilian. You heal these guys to fill up this bar so you can recruit more of these guys. Okay. And, okay, you gotta rescue Isabella because... okay, let me show you something a little earlier. See, you gotta go through this pathway to go and complete the mission for the post office to raise the flag, but look what happens when you try to do that way.
No way, pal. No one gets by until Isabella is free.
So, we have to go to rescue Isabella in the police station, so, you know, I think you kind of see what I mean by missions are interconnected, and you gotta partially complete them in certain steps before you can fully complete them by completing the sub-objectives. Okay, you go to the sewer. Yeah, I explained, this is a, you know, there's a guy, opening a sewer takes time. The sewers are serve as checkpoints, temporary checkpoints. If you turn off the game, you won't be able to restart from those checkpoints anymore. So you can with the sewers, you can either go back to your base, go to another location, or quick save, which makes it a checkpoint basically. Okay, so we're gonna go to another location, which is the police station.
Secure.
Okay, so yeah, and it auto saves, which is really nice. Okay, so you go to the police station, and the asshole snipers are now dead. Okay, let me just speed up a bit. Okay, this cop thanks you for taking care of those guys.
Nice to get rid of the snipers. Listen, if you're going to infiltrate the police station, I recommend you use the subway tunnel.
And as you can see, there's some guys deployed with... Hold on, let me adjust the quality. I just realized this now. And as you can see, there's some guys with machine gun turrets. So you indeed are gonna want to go for the subway station. The entrance on the left, the one on the right's closed, and this is the part of the post office area we just, you know, blew up. And then there's some soldiers. You bypass the machine gun people, the machine gun Soviets, by going here. I just ran out of bullets from my assault rifles, now I use my pistol again. By the way, the assault rifle is going to be the weapon you probably use for most of the game most of the time, because it's so ubiquitous, it's so versatile. You find all this ammo for it, it works, it's an all-around good weapon. Make sure to pick up any weapons the enemy drops, any ammo you can get. You can only get so much ammo, so make sure to try to fill up as much as possible. Okay, so we go through the subway station, and then, you know, this guy right here.
Enter the police station through the parking garage, but stay low, or the soldiers will spot you.
You know, he's talking about these assholes right here. So we go through the garage, you know, the parking garage right here. So you go through here, and then you gotta rescue. Okay, then you gotta go up here. Like this. Okay, you can kill these guys if you want, but you don't have to. Okay, so yeah, those guys are cleared out. So now you gotta go up. Yeah. So this is Isabella Angelina. She's like,
Please come and rescue me!
she's like tied up or something, but for some reason when you go up to her, she automatically gets untied up, and now she's free to follow you. And I don't think the rope, they even modeled the ropes on her, so yeah, she's tied up by invisible ropes or whatever. So now you go up to the flag, and yeah, you have a weapon wheel to get your weapons. Okay, I don't know why I'm going here now. I guess I was just okay. Now you go up to the
colors
flag.
are flying from the flagpole.
Okay, so yeah, this is what you do throughout the game to beat the main objective of missions. Is you raise the flag, you know, the Stars and Stripes instead of the Hammer and Sickle Soviet flag. The Stars and Stripes American flags instead of the Soviet. Stars and Stripes American flag instead of the Hammer and Sickle. Hammer and Sickle Soviet flag. God, I'm so bad. I'm sorry, guys. This is just my first review. Really. I mean, technically I did a Drill Bit Taylor review on my other channel, but I got taken down. This won't, because it's just a review of a game. It's not like a movie that you gotta worry about what parts you put in. So look, first review game. Yeah, let's just go. And then this is a, you know, these things turn green when you complete them. They're red when you haven't. Keep in mind, if you complete the main objective of raising the flag, before you complete any sub-objectives, they don't get done. I mean, they do, they get marked as done, but in a way you didn't really do them, so you didn't get the charisma for them to get more fighters. So, do the sub-objectives first, then do the main objective.
It is used as a supply depot to support troops advancing into the...
Okay, so we're back at the post office.
The safe house.
And she leads you to the safe house.
Isabella, you're back!
Yes, and I owe it all to this man.
Hey, you must be Chris. Come on in.
Okay, so now they let you in. And, you know, this is like a base, and you see all the freedom fighters. And yeah, I was looking at her up and down to try and get a good reference for these kind of people to draw.
Come on, keep up with me.
Because I try to draw
Nice
things.
work.
I try to draw soldiers and civilians and other people and stuff for a game I want to come out with. So I try to get a good reference by looking at game stuff. And then they're just playing chess. And then she's just tapping her hand. And, okay, yeah.
Come on, Chris, follow me.
Yeah, she just wants you to get going. Okay, so
You can see them unloading equipment. They're using this.
okay, so
Ever since you proved
see those
yourself
two
by
guys
rescuing
with
me.
the guns.
Man
They're your
into
freedom
action.
fighters.
You won't be alone. Ever since you proved yourself by rescuing me, people are starting to believe in you.
Okay, so to recruit freedom fighters, you press
I'll let
X.
you lead 2 of my best men into
Yeah, you
action.
press X on
Get
the
over
PS2
here!
version
Right,
of
fall
the
in.
tool. And they fall once you recruit a freedom
As long
fighter.
as they're
As long as they're recruited, they follow you everywhere. You can't unrecruit a freedom fighter. They fill up these slots. I recruited 2 guys. I filled up 2 slots. That's all I have. That's all the guys can recruit is 2 freedom fighters. But as I fill up this bar of charisma, I will be able to get more freedom fighters. And this is my health bar, as I have explained.
Rooted, these guys will follow you wherever you go, just like bodyguards. Now go fight. Good luck.
Okay, and they're shooting at me despite the fact I can't.
This is an
Shoot at them.
important vantage point. Gives you an overview
Okay, now
of
that
the
I'm outside
battlefield,
the hideout, I
useful
can
for
use my
strategic
gun.
maneuvers. From here,
Destroy
you
that
keep
obstacle.
good.
So you press triangle to like order them to attack. Square, you hold it down. Okay, no, square you... Okay, you hold down triangle to order them to attack whatever enemies you point at. And you press square when not aiming to get them all back to you. And then, but if you want to have them defend a location, you point at it with the aiming mode, and then you press square. And, okay, I'm really
Your
bad at
men will
explaining.
fight
Eliminate
every
them.
enemy in the
Move
direction
in.
you're pointing them.
Yeah, like what she said. Okay, so as you can see, hold up. Let me show you something.
Remember to check the map once in a while.
Fall back, everybody!
Okay, this is where. Okay. Let me see. Okay, see this alleyway? Remember that guy I showed you earlier? Yeah, okay, remember the guy I showed you earlier? Well, I'm gonna heal. Okay, hold it.
Take this.
Somebody shot me.
Okay, yeah, you heal civilians, get charisma. Okay, let me see if I healed that guy. I might have skipped past it. Okay. Damn, where's that one? Okay, yeah, see?
Thank you so much.
Okay, see, to go up to people
I'm
and
shot!
heal
You
them,
gotta help me!
you need a med kit. You can carry 8 med kits. In addition to using med kits for yourself, you can use them to heal other people like this guy. Your freedom fighters can get injured over time, so you use med kits to heal them too.
Thank you so much.
You're gonna want to keep stocked up on med kits so you can keep healing yourself and others. Okay, so this is what rescuing your brother Troy looks like.
Hey, bro. It's... I'm over here!
So yeah, you just walk by him and he heals and gets untied. So, okay, so we recruit great fighters.
Hey, bro.
We got charisma. We rescued him.
It's damn
Now
good
we
to see you.
now
I
we
knew you'd come looking for me.
we go upstairs. And then okay, there's a helicopter that may drop off more troops, but that doesn't matter because we're already by the flag, and we can just raise it to beat the mission. And we already beat the police station, so we beat all the missions on the map. So,
Small group of armed
okay, so
rebels.
and then after each section of missions you complete, you get a cutscene of the Soviet Union being all, you know, like this is Tatiana, and she's a propaganda news anchor for the Soviet Union, and she says, oh yeah, this stuff is bad, the freedom fighters are bad, the Soviet Union is good, and okay. So, yeah, okay, so you beat this you beat all the missions on a section of the map, and then you go to the next section of missions.
Secure the police station and liberate our leader, Isabel.
Okay,
Raise
so,
your flag to signal.
okay, so we go.
Snipers and choppers up there. This ain't everyone in
So
a
yeah,
red
this
beret.
is
They got
everyone up.
snipers and choppers.
We
Oh yeah, one
need
cool thing about the base is you get more weapons to select from to start on a mission as you complete missions, you know, and sub objectives. So,
to take control back.
you know, this is
Hey,
this part's kind of empty, but you'll see it fill up with weapons as you complete the game. Okay, so let's skip ahead a bit to part 3 of my playthrough. And this is kind of where the game really begins. Okay, so you don't have all the weapons yet of the game. You can only carry one
Take
weapon of each
control of
type.
the old hotel.
Okay, so you go here, and we need to blow up a bridge to stop Soviet trucks from delivering soldiers. So, a lot of fighting going on right here. In the game, you have like, how many weapons do you have in the game? Okay, let's look. According to this, you have this type of weapons. Okay, what's type of sniper rifle? Type of sniper rifle. And we get category for weapons, then we click on that to get all the weapons in the game shown on the wiki. Okay, so you have, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That doesn't count since it's been cut out of game. 9, 10, 11, 12 weapons, and this doesn't count since it's just the cover of the game. So you feel, okay, so we don't have any C4 right now. We only got 1 C4 from that cop. We go here to get more C4. Yeah, we go here to get more C4. I'm sorry, I had trouble with that part. I love the way they scream sometimes. So, you go here, okay, the collision detection kind of sucks, so you gotta go right on top of something to grab it. Okay, now I got 4 C4 charges. As you can see, one of my guys is wounded. So, I guess this review has kind of been more of an overview of the game, so I think it's about time I try to really start explaining what's good about the game, what's bad, instead of just like, oh yeah, well this is how you do this, and this is what's going on. So, let me just show you healing that one freedom fighter. Okay, yeah, we'll just get back here. Okay. Yeah, let me show you healing that one freedom fighter.
Regroup! Everybody! Take this.
Yeah, you heal him,
We'll be fine.
and then he'll work for you again. He'll be able to work for you again, and freedom fighters can't be killed. For the most part, they're invincible, they can be wounded, but for the most part, they can't be killed unless they get blown up a bunch of times or drowned in water. So, yeah, I got some C4, which I'll use to blow up this helipad. You know, like I blew up the gas station. Okay, let me just show you blowing up this thing real quick. Okay, I keep turning around for some reason. I guess I'm trying to look for guys to kill, so I can not be interrupted while placing this. Okay, so I place the C4. It counts down. Once the countdown starts, you can't cancel it. You notice your freedom fighters will run away when the C4 is set. They typically run away out of the blast radius and crouch down. That's like how far you have to run to be out of the blast radius safely, but sometimes they get really stupid and stay right on the pad when it exploded. That happened on a later playthrough, but I don't want to spoil it for you. Later part of the playthrough. Okay, so yeah, okay, yeah, that. So you shoot all these guys. Okay, so this. Okay. Get my shit together. Okay, this is the basic game. Recruit freedom fighters, blow up targets, and then you know you have. You raise the flag. Okay. Okay. So this is how I feel about the game. I feel it's pretty damn addictive. It's fun, but it's a bit short. It's only 6 hours long. The game should be at least 10 hours. Long, in my opinion, at least. So yeah, you got like 12 weapons in the game. Okay, these are all weapons you have. You know, 6, 3, okay, 8, 10, 12. Okay, yeah, you got 12 weapons. You recruit freedom fighters. You shoot these. That's see this fucking thing right here, this APC armored car type shit, that unloads troops through this bridge, which you're supposed to destroy. So let me just speed up and show you me blowing up the bridge. Okay, so I run over to I place the C4, countdown begins, and freedom fighters run to cover. Safety, you know, and they crouch down. That's good, usually good indicator of how far you gotta be. And then the bridge blows up. So that stupid fucking armored personnel carrier thing that you just saw, that I just showed you, you won't have to worry about that unloading troops anymore because I blew up the bridge, so now I can't go on its route to go unload troops. So yeah, this is basically the game. It doesn't have a lot of weapons, but the weapons it does have are pretty nice. I like the assault rifle and the shotgun and even the machine gun you have to fire and use against your enemies. You know, there's mounted machine guns you use, and there's also a portable version of the mounted machine guns you can use to carry around with you and kill Soviets. The controls of the game are very good. You know, you got the left analog stick to move, obviously. You got the right analog stick to move the camera, obviously. You have R1 to shoot. You have the D-pad to bring up your menu. You have, okay, D-pad bring up the menu. You have the right stick to press down, the right analog stick to press down to also open up the menu. The right stick also puts you in aim mode, when holding it down, use the left stick to aim and R1 to fire. R2 melee strikes an enemy. I forgot what L1 did. But anyways, those are base controls. Or L2, but you get the idea. Triangle makes all the freedom fighters go attack the enemy. Square makes them all come back when you hold down. Triangle makes them all attack when you hold down. Square makes them all come back when you hold down. You don't have to hold it down to get soldiers moving. You can just press one at a time to get one freedom fighter at a time to get going. Once again, I'm going into overview mode rather than review mode. I apologize for that. You fight Soviets. Group freedom fighters blow up targets, raise the flag. As you can see, I'm gonna. Okay, not for this mission, but for like this mission, since I blew up the helipad and destroyed the bridge, I don't have to worry about a helicopter or an APC dropping off troops or firing at me. These are, oh, one more thing, I guess I could do an overview of, these are prisoners.
We gotta get out of here.
You rescue them by opening the gates and bringing them to, and opening the sewers to have them escape. Okay.
Thanks. Get us back to the sewers, quick. Reds will be crawling all over the place.
Yeah, you rescue them from the gate, from the cage. You bring them to the sewers, you open up the sewers, and then let them go in. When you open up the sewer, it'll bring you to that little sub-menu with the, you know, rebel base, go to another location, quick save, so you just exit out of that to have the prisoners escape when you first open the sewer. I get a little lost here, as you can see, because potatoes, I guess. That's nice. I think okay, I still didn't drop them off yet. Okay, let's get them dropped off. Okay, so here's an already open sewer. You'll see the prisoners automatically go down it. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. So that's me dropping off prisoners. I got 15 charisma points for each one. Bar is almost filled up again. So, as for the story of the game, I liked it. I thought it was pretty interesting to have the Soviet Union go ahead and attack America, and now America has to fight back. One important thing I want to mention about the story, though, is it does seem to have a bit some plot holes. Like, you don't ever come across the U.S. military, you know, like the National Guard, dead or alive in the game, which is really odd because, well, the U.S. has a military, so I would think, okay, you'd see the military fighting the Soviets, but instead, you just see rebels, the freedom fighters, the recruits, that's you, fighting the Soviets, as opposed to, in addition to the army in addition to that, because the army isn't there for some reason, game-wise. Lore-wise, maybe, but game-wise, no. And then you saw police fighting the Soviet Union troops, but they disappear after that. You don't ever see them in the game again. And after the police mission, and then, okay, one interesting thing I want to mention is, in the game, there are freedom fighters you can recruit that are former Soviet soldiers. They decided to defect because the Soviets were total assholes. And, they were total assholes and left them to die when they got wounded, so they decided to defect to the freedom fighters to be with them now, since, so much for loyalty under communism. Loyalty under fucking communism. Okay, maybe I'll show that part. Maybe, just go to my playthrough to see that part. Anyways, the story, yeah, it has some plot holes. Okay, yeah, where's the U.S. Army for one? Another plot hole, I guess, or maybe not necessarily plot hole, but something kind of weird that stands out to me. I didn't quite realize back then when I was a kid first playing this game. Is the setting of New York. How do I explain this? New York looks like the New York City in the game looks like how New York would look like in normal real life, graphical limitation aside, as if the Soviets didn't take over the world. It looks exactly the same as our New York. And the reason why this stands out to me as a problem is because the US, the country as a whole, the United States as a whole, trades heavily with other countries, imports and exports. And the Soviet Union took over most of the world, and then pretty much all of the world when they take over the US and Canada. Okay, well anyways, before, like the prologue, you take over most of the world. Okay, well see, here's the thing about that. If communists take over most of the world, they're gonna cut down on trade, exports and imports. So those countries you once were able to trade with, before, now that they're under communism, you won't be able to trade with them anymore because communists are assholes and don't want free trade. So, Soviet Union takes over most of the world, you wouldn't be able to trade with those countries anymore. What does that have to do with this setting of New York? Well, you see, the thing is, as I said, the US trades a lot with other countries in the world. That's what makes it so prosperous. So, if you take out those countries that it trades with, make it so they can no longer trade with them, the US isn't going to be as prosperous as it was before, because now it can't trade anymore. It can't do any international, multinational trade. So, how does that relate to the setting? Well, I think, okay, if the US can't trade with other countries, it's gonna look poorer. It's gonna look like, okay, it may not be poor per se, but it won't be as prosperous. So it'll be poor in the sense that not as prosperous at least. So it looks just like normal New York, as if it hasn't been cut off from trade from the rest of the world. And that kind of really made me think, wait, shouldn't New York look more dilapidated and just poor because it can't trade with the outside world anymore? Shouldn't the whole country look like that? Well, at least New York, since the game only takes place in New York. So, you see, here's how New York basically looks before all this rubble shit. Rubble shit, not rebel shit, rubble shit, okay. Okay, so you have this, okay, I'm really going overboard and Gilbert now. So, I don't know why it's buffed. Okay,
Well, who cares?
So
We're
New York
lost. You popped the clutch, so let's get on with it.
Kind of
What's up with the worksheet today, bro?
for New York.
Let's see. Isabella Angelina, a condo in Midtown Manhattan, drain plug, and a leaky garbage disposal.
Okay, here's a good shot.
Next thing you know, you'll be waking up under a Russian flag.
Okay, see, look, let's take a look at this shot. See how all the buildings look fine and stuff? well, I don't really expect New York to look that pristine if the US is cut off from trade from the rest of the world. Like, okay, well, let's look up real life New York. Okay, so why am I not just typing in the thing directly into the search bar when I open up Notepad and stuff? Well, I got some embarrassing search queries, so I'd rather try to limit that. Yeah, I just admit I had embarrassing. Okay, so this is New York. You know, it looks all pristine. Okay, well, I can type up 2003, I guess. And, okay, this is how... Okay, well, now it's looking like... Okay, well, maybe it looked kind of like crap, but other than that, it looked kind of good. I mean, okay, this is New York 2003, and it kind of looks like this. No, God damn it. I just realized something. I exited out from my playthrough. That was dumb. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's go back to the fucking playthrough, and, let's go back to that spot. Okay, so yeah. Okay, this spot.
And you won't...
Okay, so this is New York in the game. This is New York in 2003. I guess if we want, we can get a more city view. Okay, that's Times Square. This is not exactly Times Square. This is like Manhattan, you know, as shown by the loading screen. You know, Manhattan. I think Times Square might have been in Brooklyn or something, but whatever. It's not Times Square. So it looks pristine here, and it looks pristine here. If the U.S. was cut off from free trade due to Soviet Union takeover, I would expect it to look like, okay, let's type in Russia. Okay, ignore that shit. Russia is city 4, I guess. Okay, I feel like if New York were cut off from trade, it might look more like this or something. Maybe that's... or this. Maybe that's a bit much, but it definitely wouldn't be as prosperous as it was back then, or as prosperous as it is now, if the Soviet Union cut off from trade. So yeah, that stood out for me in the game, but other than that, the story's pretty good. You know, it's inspirational. Got Christopher Stone fighting for freedom. He's originally a plumber. He meets Isabella Angelina. He meets Phil Baxton. He meets Mr. Jones. He recruits all these freedom fighters. He fights for freedom. That's a pretty inspirational story. I don't think any game really did that at that point, up until that point. Okay, so the controls of the game are good. The story's good. The graphics are good. The weapon selection's okay, but I guess passable. The sound's pretty nice. Sound, graphics, dialogue. Dialogue's good. Christopher Stone doesn't talk much, but when he does talk, he has some interesting things to say. Story's good. Had some holes in it. That's like the good of the game. The bad is, okay, I thought there could have been some more weapons. The game could have been longer. I thought they might have... The cutscenes, I don't feel like they had enough cutscenes, and I feel like Christopher Stone should have talked a bit more. There was some interesting modeling mistakes I found in the game, like the trains in the game. Okay, there's trains in the game that have couplings that don't make contact with each other. Maybe I can show you that if I can get this playthrough going. Okay, so I grab C4. I go down to... Okay, no, that's before it looks like. Okay. Where is the playthrough? Okay, here, around here. Okay, so Okay, so maybe you can't really get a good view of the train since I'm moving the camera around to focus on fighting the troops. But if you did get a good look at the train, okay, see right here that the couplings don't quite make contact with each other. I didn't like that, but whatevs. I thought it was a great game. So yeah, it's a good game. I'd give Freedom Fighters not a 10 out of 10 because it's not perfect or near perfect. I'd say it's either a 7 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10, but our review only makes sense if you choose one rather than this or that. So I'm gonna go with a 7 out of 10. It could have been longer. Could have had more gameplay. Could have had more cutscenes. Could have had more dialogue. Could have had more weapons. But other than that, it had a great story, great gameplay, great sound and graphics, and you know, stuff to do, great mechanics in the game. So yeah, that's my very poorly structured review of the game. It's a bit long. The timer shows 51 minutes and counting as I'm recording this. So I just want to say, get this game. 7 out of 10. It's good. It's fun. I like the characters and everything about it, except for the length and lack of cutscenes and stuff. You can get it on Steam for cheap. You can imagine you can get a hard copy of it used for cheap. There's that. So yeah, that's the game. That's the review. I'm happy that you guys at least stood with me despite this review not being that great. I'm not trying to self-depreciate myself. I just honestly don't feel it was great. But, it is what it is. Hopefully I'll improve on subsequent reviews to make reviewing the game better, So, yeah, that's all I have to really say for now. Get the game if you can. I'd play this on an emulator on my PC. You can get it for PS2, Xbox, GameCube, or PC, so it's on a lot of platforms for the time. So yeah, this is an NCAP Cat, and I'm done with the review.